Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Hunters of Justice with me, Takashi, and trestwho. Who should be around? Hi, here I am. Hiding in the shadows. I mean, I'm not hiding anymore. We have been escaping a little bit. We have not been hiding for a while. At least not this one. There has been complications, like me getting ill every time I wanted to raid. And I hear a notification that I'm live. I heard it for on your side and my side at the same time. So yeah, we were literally just watching that the remnant of remnant is now believing that, oh, the girls are still alive. And they are fine. They survived more than this so far, so they should be fine, right? So there is all the hope just coming back to Ramadan. And that being bad, way better. And that's where we left off. See what the girls are doing. Are they practicing? Are they training? Are they just resting? Are they just having fun? Who knows? It's a big matter. I believe Ruby is running around like wee. At least at the first 10 minutes. While she is like, what? This is smaller than my house. But that's about it. Let's see how is living in the way manner. Number 4, 6 AM. Remember, what else is it? Why's neither told by the flame? By the meme of sunlight, why did I orange flame? I mean, that's flame as well. Meme of sunlight, is it her closed eyes? With the shown, she slowly blinked them open to look at the rest of her team. Unlike her, they were still asleep. Game was slowly snoring, her right arm and leg hanging off the side of the bed. While the two dipped down the side of her mouth. Blake, in contrast to her partner, was curled up to her side, snuggled under the lush blankets of her bed. She was breathing lightly, her hand pointing at the red canopy over her bed. For a moment, Rice wondered whether she should get out of bed and help her teammates on the bed. It's fast so nice. We all know that feeling. No, a few more minutes of sleep won't hurt. Now you close your eyes and a few hours pass. Rice thought to herself as she rolled the bed so that her back faced the window. With the sun no longer bothering her eyes, Rice smiled and began to fall asleep again. Fall back to sleep. After what seemed like only a few minutes, Rice heard the door kick open. Frowning, she pulled the cover over her more tightly, trying to drown the noise. All she wanted right now was sleep, not this distraction. I mean, it's either Alfred or Wayne, or Batman. Rice now felt the pressure on her hair, and she sweated the pressure away, like an annoying fly. It came again, and with a deeper frown and groan, she sweated the pressure away again. When it didn't come back, Rice smiled at her victory. Then the man once more, feeling herself back to sleep. Then he felt a new pressure pull against her heart. It was like a faint thud of rope, caused with the chattering of solid objects mashing against each other. Does Batman have a dog? Or a cat? I don't remember anything like that.
Not that I recall at all. I don't even recall the Robins having one either.
I mean, there is a possibility that Try teleported here as well. The dog of Ruby, but that's a very small option. It was like a faint tail of a rope, coupled with a chattering of solid objects mashing against each other. With a groan, White realized what was happening. Help me, he began. Stop chewing on my hair. I'm not doing it this time. This time, Ruby listened helplessly. Oh, then who is it? Who is? White asked, slightly turning her head. She said in a pair of deep brown eyes that nodded. Never mind, it's just a cow. A cow. Go back to sleep, White said. Okay, Ruby replied, and the room descended into silence once again. White closed her eyes, feeling slumber come back to her. It's gonna take a minute for her to register that. Wait, a cow? Her mind fully comprehended what she had seen, and her eyes shut open. The thought, her body was surprised, and she turned to look at the large brown and white mobile standing before her man. Rest of Team Ruby and bolted upright as well, and they all sat into bewilderment. Moo! Ah! None of them, Master Damien, you must be polite to our guest. Offered the man Damien, as he prepared the day's breakfast. Wait, I don't. The cow was Damien. Once again. But in the moment, I told them to offer Morton a cow to get fresh milk. Good. The breakfast is ready, and we will provide freshly pressed milk. I know, Alfred. The man replied with a hope as he sat in a chair. It'd be nice to follow the latest adoptions. Damien, Alfred just sighed. Two sat at each other, and Damien very sighed and nodded. Fine, I will play nice. Throwing him back, is it Damien Robin? Or
Yep, it's one of them. I cannot explain the cow part.
wait. Oh yeah, there were multiple Robins. Which Robin is this?
Last one, I think. Wait a minute, no. Damien? That actually might be his biological son.
That's his church.
Look for Damian Wayne then.
That's what I'm writing.
That'll get you on target.
He is Robin. And the first thing I see is the most hated Robin. The wiki page. He is the teen idol Robin. Then why is he acting like that? Just because they are adopting now. I thought that was a different character for some reason. Just how he is acting. Thank you, young Master Damien, Orphan said, as he turned back to his cooking. I'm sure that you and they will get along quite well. Shame you couldn't meet them when they arrived last night. I'm still confused.
In the story, they arrived the previous night.
Yeah, so this is not Nightwing Robin who they met. It's another Robin.
Confirmed. No, it's not the Nightwing Robin.
Okay. I was on patrol, Alfred. Besides, I already met them when Shaka was acting again. Oh, is that so? And what did you think of them? That they are impulsive and reckless, charging into situations they are not prepared for, not to mention inexperienced. Yeah, I have no problem with any of those. Those are all true. To say Rumi. Remind me of a more tied to a passive follower. Alfred replied, calling Damien to frown. Before you they thought, they still have to share a scheme across way runner. Both Alfred and Damien sharply turned their hands toward the source, realizing it came from Ruby's shared room. The instant Damien wanted over the table, and spinning down the hall. Alfred following behind him. It might raise two the possibilities of what could have caused one of them to scream. I mean, probably the car is not gonna be one of the possibilities you think about. Nothing turned to the corner. They shout. He saw him to the past door wide open. Undoubtedly, they had heard a scream and raced toward their friends. And when he saw Damien rush to Ruby's uncertain door, it formed in his stomach. Then a new sound reached his ears, calling him to slow down. Was that laughter? What in the world? He asked himself as he entered the room. Then immediately got his answer as he saw Ophia's mind being held back by Rumi, John, Link, and Vera. Ram was trying to use his semblance on the furious blonde cat to no avail. Sam was trying to submit Lisa as a light brown and white bovine, who was being possessed by a furious Damien. While Laura was putting the creature affectionately. So it is Damien's cow. Yeah, it was laughing so hard that tears were coming out of her eyes. I cannot think and turn it into America. You touch bad cow and I will stab you. Bad cow! I didn't hear about bad cow. Until now. But I guess that's the thing. We found Mad Cow and Damien. I mean, he kind of had a mad symbol on the face. It took another 10 minutes to finally calm right down. During that time, the rest of the Mando's inhabitants had woken up and had gone to check on the commotion. Directions were along the same line as yours, then being otherwise amusement. Some like Jason were more content on outwardly displaying their feelings on their run, while others like Cassandra settled for a bright smile. Still, eventually all was reestablished, and Damien actually met Cow back to her enclosure. Oh man, I haven't laughed that hard in months. Gary admitted as the group settled down in one of the mother's many dining rooms. Thank you. So glad to I can be of service. My God. As she threw her fork into an omelette. The former had found the dish to be delicious, but right now, she was in no mood to give out compliments. She wanted to eat burger. When Damien finally came back inside, he yelled at him, hard, as she could, which he pointedly ignored. Let's go back into the enclosure, he read, getting her at the name, as he sat down. That's good to hear. She wasn't scared, was she? Ruby asked, her mouth slightly filled with all the food.
Weiss actually has a chance to be the most likely to adapt to this kind of lifestyle. She already did come from a wealthy background, and it was even a little bit cold. Which is to say that it was not entirely calm. Um, there was some chaos in her home, right?
Yeah?
Or maybe not
No.
chaos. No, I would say more like tension.
There was a lot of tension.
Yeah. In that case, if anything, Weiss could adapt to this place even better than her original home, because here there's the capability of warmth.
No, they didn't have a cow.
Don't have a cow, man.
Actually not waking you up in the morning by chewing on your
That's
hair.
interesting alarm system.
And we know when
Next,
someone has a long hair, it's something that you cherish.
next you can have a bat chicken, a bat pig.
Who knows, they might already have it. And that's all, Damien admitted. I could think she liked her little exploration. Exploration? I asked, calling Damien to turn towards her. Yes, cows are curious creatures, and it's not my fault you didn't lock your door. Yeah, but it is your fault that you didn't lock her enclosure. Right?
Hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, if I me were thinking a cow could walk into my home and kick her down. You are forgiven. Damien said, putting right to shoot back and open look. My young enemy stifled their laughter. But looked a little retort, only for Stephanie Brown near her throat. I'm trying to imagine who she is.
I don't know. My first guess is possibly the mother?
Ah, it's Batgirl. And she was also Roman. Everyone is Roman. That's the answer.
It's just starting to think that even Batman had his Robin phase.
I mean,
They all had to go
oh,
through it.
man.
It was a rite of passage. Gotta be a bird first before you can be a darn bat. You just gotta go bobbing along. So, one hand we got a bat cow, and another franchise we got a spider pig. Yes, sir.
It seems that you are not the only one thinking that. And there's an article that says Bruce Wayne was Robin before he was Batman. He might have been, who knows? But no, he started as Batman.
Batman, sorry, Robin Digivolves too. A
Batman!
title.
I mean, that thing was closer resembling Batman.
Actually, it sounds like an intermediate step would be a Bat boy or girl, and then they eventually grow up to man and woman.
I mean, that was a thing. Not a girl.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
My, Damien, you work fast. Making friends already. He questioned. Damien Wayne. Glancing down at her. All the young girl sat back as just hard with a smile on her face. Finally, related and sighed. Right. I apologize for what happened. She finally said with a slight frown. But I said it with a slightly eyed at him. Then nodded. You are forgiven. The cow isn't. She replied, going back to her breakfast. How did she get out anyway? She can fly. Probably not. He broke the lock. They made that one. But they have not yet to stare at him. He broke the lock. No finally get out, and they didn't. Yes, she did. How? Probably with Bruce providing force. Big S. Only for somebody brown to put her hand on the father's shoulder as she ran. Don't bother asking, somebody told Blake. Let's go. Here are those things.
Now, we should have an adventure with the Bat Cow and Crypto the dog.
I mean, that might actually be the thing. Who knows?
You could. If you could just throw in a bigger team of some other super pets in there. Like, why not? And then you gotta imagine some villain pets?
There is literally whole adventures for that cow. It's a side story. I don't know if it's actually written by the actual writer, but still. There are stories for that cow.
Okay. You know, all of this is new to me.
Yeah, to me too.
Yeah.
Over to silence passed before anyone said anything else, only being broken by Yang showing and digging back into her meal. So they took that as the cue to continue their breakfast. And soon, the dining room was filled with a small conversation. Hey, I almost had AI. I mean, that wouldn't be surprising coming from nowadays.
Actually, how would you pronounce that if it was one word? I? AI?
It was
two vowels squished together is tricky to pronounce.
I mean, in Japanese they just call it I. So.
Well, I heard that pronunciation from AYE is I. Or also just the letter I.
And also this is I as well.
Mm.
Which means love.
Or EYE.
He called out a friend as he returned. He thanked everyone's names. These eggs are amazing. These are my favorite. Thank you, Miss Shaolong, officer stated, as he brought her another glass of water. He was trying to refill with a glass of milk. I mean, eggs are something that are actually just hard to make bad. You can make it either honey or to burn, but otherwise you can't really mess it up.
Did the Remnantians also have eggs and milk?
Yes,
That you recall? Okay.
yes. I don't know about eggs, but they definitely had milk.
Well, that means they can make other things that include that as the ingredient, like maybe a cake.
They had cake, yes. So I guess they had to have egg as well. So, here we begin. Didn't have get the chance to introduce ourselves last time we met. I am Pure, and this is my partner and leader, Joel Ark, and my teammates, Ryan and Dora Curry.
If you want to know more about the Remnantian diets, just pay careful attention to the food fight scene.
Yeah, that's about most of everything.
Yep, just prepare to do a lot of pausing.
And I so perfectly believed why Dora did it so enthusiastically. She is rejecting not in kind, allowing me the chance to introduce herself and the team. What I remember that they had cookies. I am Rose, and my sister, Yang Xiaolong, devoted to her sister. To smart and them to finger wave. And to finger wave. And that's her partner, named Bella. You've already met my partner, Wisely. Right, Miss Cowhair.
Oh man, what if the responses was, "Oh yeah, I sing your death battles. You two should be dead."
I mean, yeah. Must we know that because I just what if.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Pulling the table to laugh and vice 12. When they come down again, Jason started speaking. I'm Jason Todd. In the film, you can just call me Arthur. Thank you for clarifying and I don't have to find your name.
That's the second of 3 Robins that I'm aware of. The Nightwing would be the first one, as far as I recall, and Damien's the last, and the youngest.
I understand where you're going. You can call me Spoiler.
Okay, bring in that picture for no spoilers.
I mean, it's meant to go. Same thing. So that's Robin. Another Robin. So we have Robin, and
Oh
Robin.
man, nah.
And
Well,
also
not-
Robin.
Well, Stephanie wasn't Robin, but Tim
No,
was not.
she was Robin as well. At one point.
Yeah, maybe. I guess they all had to go through that. But I was not aware of Tim. Okay. But I still defend my statement that I think Damien's the last in line so far.
And then we have Wayne, the true son of the Batman, and the current Robin. I'm the true son of the Batman. Oh, that is fake.
Yeah, just imagine an adventure with a team of only Robins. And you can have it. There's plenty of them to choose from. I even think they would have their own pecking order because some of them have more experience than others.
Um. There you go. Oh, they are.
You know, in this picture, they looked remarkably close in age. And one of these characters is not like the others.
I wonder which one. I mean, they are all different in their own sense. Maybe I'm finished with the heat of the hotness. Holding his better to hold their eyes. Oh, you broken. He gestured towards the half-Asian girl sitting next to him. She's got on the king, the grand bad girl, who was also coming. Wasn't she? I have to check. No, she was a bad cat. She was not. She is not the one who was not coming in this party.
Did you say bat cat?
A black cat.
Okay. I could not entirely shake the possibility of a bat cat off the table here.
I mean, if they said black cat, I would have known she, but
Right.
so now the whole party is Robin, and Mad Girl and Mad Cow, Mad Dog. No, that's no Mad Dog. That's two
Yeah,
Mad
must
Dog.
be fun. Must be fun when they take roll call.
Yeah, I mean that's why they have Red Robin, Red Hood, Spoiler.
In fact, even better if they take the roll call in front of the police or some other where they cannot announce their main identity.
All the best family. They will just say like that.
Like, is Robin here? And then multiple people go raise their hand like here.
I mean that's why they change their names. The alliances.
You know what? You're right. That would be much less confusing and less redundant. Maybe you can have a green Robin or a blue Robin.
Who
Or
knows?
you could just
That might
pick
actually
a
me.
maybe pick a entirely different animal. That'd be a horse of a different color.
I mean that is a game, I mean.
Wow.
There you go.
Yep.
But it's not in Indonesian. I mean, it can be Indonesian universe as well. And this is not I mean, this is the reason why Robin has this color scheme. Because it is made in the likeness of Robin. The world.
When some retire from the Bat family or just move on to another city entirely, I could see the title Red Robin to be vacant again. But this is a problem when they're gathering together like this.
Yeah? Yeah, but that's why they also have their own names, which they know. Nice to meet you. As in, his friends and teammates following soon. Once introductions were done, the group sat back down to continue eating, but something was on the rather Lotus's mind. Forgive me, but Namian, you said you are the current Robin.
You know what? In this mansion, they might have a table long enough to seat them all at the same time. I even bet on it.
Yeah, they probably have something like this.
As a matter of fact, we actually saw a table just like in one of the Batman movies. It was a bit eerie, actually, when Wayne was talking to this other lady from across the room as they were sitting on opposite ends of the tables.
You are literally referring to this one.
Correct. So yeah, they probably have a table basically like that right now.
Or even bigger. Who knows?
Yeah, just imagine that in daytime. I think.
I mean, who knows? It might be daytime because they have gotten. I'm not a vampire. I'm a Batman.
I'm pretty sure that's nighttime in that film, during that scene.
Who knows? I mean, the mansions can be very dark inside if they are not if they don't have enough windows.
Well, it can be, especially if there's any rooms in the middle that really don't have any windows
I
because
mean,
they're not adjacent to a wall.
there's a reason why vampires lived in mansions like that.
Let me rephrase that. Not adjacent to an outer wall of the
Yeah,
mansion.
it is. That's right. The man answers my cousin in arms. It must have been initially the fifth Robin. There is the answer. Often explained as he entered the room. Master Richard was the first, followed by Master Jason, Master Timothy, and finally Miss Stephanie. For almost as long as there has been a Batman, there has been a Robin fighting by his side. Oh, like a sidekick. Don't say that. All the Robins hating that word.
Well, let's see if any of them support him on that one.
George listen. Only for the assembled Robins to glad at him. Yeah.
Okay.
That was, I remember that part that they hated being called a sidekick. Unless you guys are sidekicks, you are partners. That matter. So I said half serious. Anyway, she continued, wiping some cobble off the corner of her mouth. How did you guys manage to get Robin into this? Oh, that's quite a long tale. Because as she finished the breakfast, we will find the right.
Yeah, it's unique story, in fact, for each of them.
Yeah. We spent the next hour going over our origin stories, but I won't bore you with the details. I mean, that's why I asked, because I'm interested in the details. And we have the time, right?
Well, you're going to get a brief description right after that sentence, but it's interrupted at the end of the paragraph.
Yeah. To summarize, Jason tried to steal the Batmobile's tires, but was caught by Bruce. I should see Mom directly. Stephanie became Robin to help stop her father. The name was... I was born for it. They were declared with a proud heart, causing him to go. There he goes again! I can see the rolling over his eyes. In the meantime, there's a button under his breath. Let me shoot him a glare. But before he could speak again, Alfred stepped back into the room.
You know, this is starting to remind me of the Koopa Clan's Koopalings. All of them were adopted except one, and for that one reason, the one that was naturally born brags about it to the others.
Wait, Koopalings?
Yeah, it's got, God, what was it, 12 adopted children?
Oh,
That
these things.
They do actually look related to Bowser, but most of them are not. Only one of them actually is, and none of them in that picture.
Because,
Bowser Jr. would be
because
the one that's actually.
I would say Bowser Jr. is not a Koopaling, that's why. Bowser Jr. is separate.
I don't know who the mother is for Bowser Jr., but I cannot help but keep looking at Princess Peach. I just can't resist it.
Let's see if they actually
Bowser Jr. doesn't look anything like her, though.
Okay, Bowser Jr. doesn't have a confirmed mother, but official answer is that he was created via magic. Ah, so he's like Jesus as well.
Hmm.
Wait, so Bowser is the mother?
Can't completely write that off the table either. But yeah, I do know Bowser's definitely very big on magic. And the concept of clone had occurred to me, I gotta admit that. Or something like it.
Ah,
Kind of sad if you think
that
about it.
is the answer. Shigeru Miyamoto is the mother. He created him. The creator.
Alright. Anyway, I actually imagine that they may have a similar dynamic between each other as this group is having right now.
Yeah. But they are more different than these guys. There he goes again. This is much other I met. Maybe I should take my up, but before I go speak again, I'll face step back into the room. Yeah, that's why we some. Now done. I'm afraid that since you arrived so late last night, I can probably show you the premises. If you would follow me. He said, gesturing toward the door. Seems to me a Juniper nodded before rising out of their seat. The rest of the teenagers doing the same. And they exited the room. I saw my outfit with a calm smile on their face. Perhaps caused me for a wait.
There's a possibility that a map would be useful here. I mean, at least for a while, before they get used to the place.
They
They should have
might
done that. They should have done that with Twilight's castle too, because I do remember Starlight did get lost in that place. Emphasizing that yes, a map would have been nice. Probably similar situation here, though it probably is also a little bit more logically configured. That said, I'm also thinking that Wayne Manor very likely has some secrets in there.
Yeah, I mean, they have a framed map on the wall, and everything is in there. This is the table, this is the guest house, this is the secret entrance to the Bat Cave.
Yes, obviously the Batcave would be one of the secrets, but I wouldn't put it past a mansion like that to have others, like secret passages that lead to the outside, or maybe some panic rooms, or perhaps some sort of like hidden treasure. Meaning, I think the mansion's probably more than meets the eye.
I mean, if you want, there is the blueprint.
Really? Huh. I'm not sure how much to trust that considering how many iterations there could be between multiple writers and comics. But yeah, if that exists, the characters were given the tour that should probably receive something like this.
I believe it might have been in one of the comics.
At the very least, maybe download it into some digital device, such as a cell phone.
I mean, there's multiple iterations, so it's fine. I mean, who knows? Even Waymaker could have been blown off and hit it multiple times. I don't know. Because I didn't read everything.
That's likely true, and if it was rebuilt again, it might have gone through some renovations.
Just like a Titan Tower.
Man,
Doing this
yeah,
time.
that's undergoing that process right now. Usually, I would say Wayne could afford it to have it rebuilt if he has to.
Yeah,
There might have been some rare exceptions where certain storylines he actually did struggle with money.
this is a cleaned up version of what we know of.
That looks a little more typical.
Yeah. But once again, it's the internet. We don't know which one to trust.
Say them all in different universes, or even the same universe but rebuilt a few times.
Yeah? Who knows?
Or here's another thing. This is Wayne we're talking about, right? He might have multiple mansions.
But only one is called the Wayne Manor.
That's probably also true.
It's a Pennywise.
Here's something else to consider. I don't believe Batman or Bruce Wayne built it. It was in his family for a while. A legacy item.
Oh, yeah.
He may have made some additions to it or even rebuilt it, but the mansion's location, I do think it ran in the family for a while.
I mean, the Bat Cave was an addition.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I can't even tell you how far back in the family it does go. At least his father.
I mean, imagine if he found that. Oh, wait. This is not my Bat Cave. There's another one under my mother. So my father was a Batman as well?
We call that one the Robin Cave.
Mr. Believers, I just wanted to thank you for breakfast this morning. It was exquisite. But I didn't, calling over to smile. It's no problem, Miss Lee. Please, call me Alfred. Especially because...
Just being polite. She's not just being polite there, but also formal, I've noticed. And
Yeah?
it's exactly what I'd expect from the character. And we got a scene break here.
We can probably go one more scene.
Sure, go for it.
Well, Steve Hobie and Team Juniper knew that the Rain Manor was big, but it was only after receiving the Grand Tour that they realized just how big. And this, Alfred continued as he led them to the next room, in Master Roost's private library. That the extensive history of the Wayne family, stretching back all the way to the Crusades. The Crusades?
Oh yeah, that would be like the Dark Ages, Middle
Oh,
Ages.
oh,
Several centuries back.
The history of the Rainbow family, not the Batman. I was like, wait. What was the Batman doing in the Crusades?
It said Wayne family.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I knew he was
just
talking about it
misunderstood.
immediately. It's kind of interesting that they got that. Yeah.
It's going on in this
And
room.
In that case, the family probably has a crest if they're going back that far, and had nobility back then.
And we found out that they have a bat, the symbol.
Yeah, maybe. Kind of doubt it, but it's possible.
They... I mean, there's multiple veins, so I don't know if it's that or not. But there are vein cuts.
Oh, you're talking about crests in real life?
Yes?
Okay.
I don't know which one is actually Wayne family crest.
Could be any of them, or maybe none of them. But
Could
yeah,
be.
they do
Like-
exist.
It could be more like this. But yeah, this is the one we know. That most main uses. This.
Yep. Nice music, by the way.
It just passed, so that's fine.
This music is actually slightly appropriate for the scene too, because there's this touch of elegance to it.
I mean, that's why I chose it, because I knew that he were gonna be in the Bruce weather. The Bruce weather, not the Wayne weather. I mean, even if he has a Bruce weather, a Wayne weather, a Batman weather.
When they had the cow scene, though, he could have played maybe a comical music at that time.
I mean, I didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
You will find no greater source of knowledge about Gotham's history as well. Unless you were a sister. When he was younger, Master Bruce loved to spend much of his time here. That's something you will as well. I know I will.
Yeah, who was he talking to when he said that?
All of them,
phrase,
all of them.
You.
All of
Oh,
them.
Okay. In that case, I disagree. I think there's some of them might not be as interested. If you're gonna take into account the entire group.
If I take in account the entire group, here, Blake and White are gonna spend some time here. They love to read. I mean, we don't know about Pure, but she knows. She likes to know stuff.
Actually, it just occurred to me,
Not that much.
could any of them read? It's not Remnantian, their world. And even on Earth, there's multiple languages. So could they happen to read the ones that's available here?
Did they learn the language?
Certainly the
to-
spoken, but reading, I forgot if they did.
They were using the Indian learning techniques. Remember?
Oh, it's like telepathic teaching?
Yeah, I think this was the thing that how they learned.
Okay, that could probably help. In that case, we could probably at least assume they might be able to read English, which is most likely the language in the majority of those books there.
I remember I even said that it was like the Tony translation.
Not quite. That telepathic teaching is trying to teach a permanent skill, but only that the what was
I mean, in the
specifically
beginning when
taught.
they were talking to each other.
Yeah.
I know I will. They must have other best. Actually, I the impressive collection of fiction and non-fiction books. That's my third direction. Because this would happen. And out of time to just taking the scenery. And Ruby would be like, are there any comic books here?
Books on weapons?
Or that? Oh yeah, that she would like that.
Mm-hmm.
Phew! He whistled. You get the same? This is a nice place. Lots of black though. I mean, yeah. There is a reason why they call that the very dark black aesthetic gothic. It came from Gotham.
Yeah. It could be a common color too.
Oh, you will find the most amusing particular fondness of that color. Of his face, and yet can a smile. He only knew this man for less than a day, and already she was beginning to like him. Hey, right? Tommy asked. You lived in the mansion, right? Yes, but it was white, not black.
I wonder if maybe Weiss could take that as rubbing it in.
I said at Tommy's question. Yes, I did. My grandfather hadn't contested when he made his fortune. That's similar to Wayne Manor, Alfred said. It was constructed in the mid-1800s by Anna Wayne, and has been the home of Wayne family ever since. However, it was been said that the building itself was not the original construction. It has been destroyed several times, most recently about a decade ago during the Dark Side War. There is our answer on why we have multiple different versions of the blueprint.
Also, how long it's been there. Yeah, I had a feeling that thing was passed down for a while.
I mean, it said that they built it in the mid-1800s.
And yet, the family goes for even further back, which
Yeah?
is also detailed in that library.
I mean, books can be moved around. So,
Uh-huh. Yep.
I mean, just like, wait. Did Twilight save any of the books that she had? I didn't realize that. Yeah, the library was destroyed, but what happened to the books?
Books and what?
In the Golden Oak Library of Twilight.
Oh, the Golden Oak Library?
Yeah?
It looks like a vast majority of them were destroyed, which also explains why she was so upset after that.
Yeah?
There was no time to prepare any immediate defense against an unexpected attack. Certainly of that caliber of strength.
I mean, probably almost the same happened here with the Dark Side War.
The books she got later on in her next castle, a lot of them was donated from Celestia.
Ah,
It should have been donated from her original library that was in Canterlot. If you remember, she visited that place, and that thing was still filled with books, which made it an option to be able to move it to the castle, but that didn't happen. It's like she forgot about that place completely.
I mean, she tried to push it out of her mind. She even forgot about her friend.
Yep. I know what happened to the books after that, though. She basically gave that library to her friend. That, well, she at least gave her the key. That mare's probably been maintaining it ever since.
Yeah. I keep hearing about how bad that war was, and not even the film. And then, I imagine it was quite close to your own personal experiences. Often implied, and they don't. Often looking back in understanding. Yes, I thought so. You have my condolences for as much as the hour. Thank you, Alfred. I said with a warm smile. And Alfred finally brought led them to the next room. I couldn't tell what compelled me. That's a typo. It's the main manner. I'm pretty sure that they wanted to say, write main manner.
Oh, instead of the M?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe it's a copyright issue and they have to change it. Like McDonald's.
This is the primary manner. You know, it's the main manner.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it's just a typo. Like the time I combined main manner with Schnee manner. She found a lot of similarities between them, both founded by a wealthy, scientific ancestor, Nicholas Schnee and Alan Wayne, respectively, and then housed generations of their families. Well, that was rather cemented ending. Instead of differences, there was an obvious choice of killer scheme. Scheme maneuver, at least by your time, had become a parasite as white and light blue, getting a sense of being above it all. Not to mention oppressive in smallness. Green Meadow, in contrast, was a much earlier dark, with the blacks and browns and reds. Fat lived in, down to earth, whereas Meadow looked as though it considered itself above everyone else. I mean, the Green Meadow was actually floating in the sky as well. It is in Atlas. So yes, it was above mental.
Recall that. All right.
It was liberating to her. And this, obviously, is helping her toes. It must have was his personal study. Although to be fair, he doesn't really use it as much. It was mostly used by his father, Thomas. Also liked to stay in the library, which is why Thomas Wayne had his study located close by. Yeah, to be cool. The frown as she fully understood the first part of Walter's statement. Oh. As was none of the husband and the their animal whom we were silently referring to. The wind. There was no reason why Bruce Wayne didn't use his study that often. And from that, what they knew of the terrible night, they didn't blame him. It was about the inquiring about the infamous Wayne family murder in Park Row, about Crime Alley, but knew it wouldn't be appropriate. I mean, why it is always a joke that why did they go to Crime Alley if they know it's named like that, but we know it's named after it.
Right. You know, I imagine them going across down those alleys and just shouting out, "I sure hope I don't get robbed in Crime Alley."
Yeah.
There is a forest in Midgard called Mirthwood that I think was eventually renamed to Darkwood or something like that.
Probably, yes.
When it got a lot more hostile in there. And so the name had a reason. It was a kind of a warning of something you might expect if you go in there.
I mean, usually in an alley you might expect something. In a dark alley, to begin with.
Though I wonder if they really policed Crime Alley and cleaned up those streets, would they keep the name just out of habit?
And yes.
Or would they actually rename it?
No, they would leave it to remind people what happened there.
I think you might know the interesting story behind Greenland and Iceland, right?
I know they are switched around, but I don't know why.
Yeah, as I heard from it, there is an issue about the Greenland was actually very green on the outside and ice on the inside, and Iceland was absolutely the reverse. Um, and there were some sailors who were trying to hide that secret so that Iceland doesn't get too flooded. So they kind of switched the names so that everyone keeps going to Greenland, little realizing it's not as habitable as the name would make it sound.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we are called the Blue Planet, right? Yeah, so people don't know that they're actually land.
I
Like,
heard that oceans can have different colors in other planets. I forgot why. Something to do with maybe what's in the atmosphere would change the color of the atmosphere, therefore change the color of the water that's below it.
I mean, ocean can be formed by not just water, but by other liquids as well. If we think about that.
Like maybe a planet that has nitrogen-rich oxygen, nitrogen-rich atmosphere would might actually have different color oceans if it
Yeah.
had an ocean.
I mean, yeah. Despite being the case in the last night, in the night, they could tell that most often Penny was, and without question, between himself, the the wound was still fresh. Alfred allowed the children to check the room. I continued to discussing the presence of Thomas and Martha Wayne from my life. She listened intently as she laid her fingers on the wall. It felt rough from the age, telling her that it was finally used. Out of curiosity, she decided to reach out with her subject. During her time with the Titans, she did mention that the possibility of trying to use the subject, the relaxation of her senses, a tool she made intrigued by. I mean, yeah, magnetism is can be used as a echolocation, if you think about that. She wondered if she could prepare the support structure of a building while living there in the wood. Or even better, she could find secret addresses. Because there is definitely some metal in the structure if they are using secret addresses. Right? So let me then notice it. Sure. That's all they wanted to just come in and see if I'm here or not. And then it left.
Who let the dogs in? Woof, 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 woof.
Funny enough, that was the same thought for me. So it was a surprise to give the Guardian, but in addition to expecting that and electrical wiring, they had a series of metal beams touching into the wall and leaving the ground. That's what I said, that she would send hidden entrances as well. What the? He whispered as she held her finger along the metal's path, trying to find my attendant. Those were two goals in the observation of the study, or in Marty's case, discussing with Alfred the final details of the Wayne family's history. Nothing except for Joan. With an arched eyebrow, he walked over the pillow to check on her. But before he could get the word in, girl extended a finger upward to silence him. She was in deep concentration, and Joan knew better than to try and interrupt her. Finally, she found herself at the large grandfather clock, situated in the far internal wall of the study. Isn't the Batcave enters a grandfather clock as well?
Could be. Just like Perry the Platypus, it seems like there was a bunch of entrances across time and across various iterations of the Batman comics.
Yeah, but this is the study itself from his father. So there shouldn't be an
Mm,
attached here to the Batcave.
yeah, it could be. From the original 1960s show, I remember them pounding some kind of head of a statue in downward, and it opened up a slot in the wall where they can slide down a tube.
Yeah? I will find this her standing in front of it. And walked over. Oh, I see you found the gas for the cloak. Unfortunately, not quite work anymore. More ridiculous piece, really. It didn't probably appear to look at him sadly. Really? He asked and offered it. Yes, he suggested for the group to continue with him, intending to show them the white cellar in the basement. You followed them on the top, but it didn't appear was still standing in front of the broken cloak. He walked back over to her and stood before it. There is something behind there, isn't there? Jonas appeared. See that door? Probably. He admitted with a little smile on the face. Oh, I hope it's a puzzle. Joe turned and patted her shoulder. So, wanna try and figure it out? God, that's her leader. That's smile. Let's see, how long?
Actually, that's very short. I'd say it's less than one page.
Yeah, we can do that one, and then some there. And finally, we have the patio. The back patio. On the face of the top of the premises, the distant stranger could see a small farm. The few animals raised within, including the same cow who managed to sneak into Robin's room, taking a bite out of White's hair. He
Like a
found to
bite
one.
out of crime.
Yes.
Do you actually recognize that commercial?
What?
Uh, at least in the States, several decades ago, there was a mascot called McGruff the Crime Dog. And he
No, I
kept
don't
saying
know.
that the slogan was take a bite out of crime. Basically, he was trying to convince young kids not to do criminal things so that when they grow up, they wouldn't do criminal things. Also, to warn them of the dangers that could be out there.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Incidentally, the commercials worked. The crimes did decrease in the following decades.
So, Master worked.
Yeah.
He found one number one, who seemed to stare hard at her, and limit into some straw. Why still staring at her? A voice got her eyes. Are you telling me my hair is just as bad as a straw? Oh, I'm watching you, bad cow. I declared with utter seriousness, pulling the attention.
It's like the
You
Bat Cow's doing his thing.
yeah. You know, I have to ask. What is even bad cow? Yeah,
Is that
yes.
its actual name, or does it have another moniker?
I mean, that's the actual name, bad cow.
Maybe.
Yes, an office man. I mean, Damien introduced it as bad cow. But then Damien brought her home one day while coming back from a patrol of a letter. Apparently, he chased some criminals to a slaughterhouse they were using as a front. Damien asked for bad cow from there, and on the day, he said bad cow to be and only, and that he was not vegetarian.
I wonder
Oh,
how. Actually, I wonder how common that might be when people see the inside of a slaughterhouse.
I mean,
Could be
yeah.
as could be as gruesome as you imagine, and I imagine especially the smell. It might be a necessity to have some kind of mask when you're inside of a factory like that.
Probably. But yeah, there are a lot of vegetarians who are vegetarians because of that, or for some other reasons. Ah, they are cool. As she smiled with this to number one. She then turned around to look at Alfred on the building as she finally noticed something was off. Narrowing her eyes, she stared over each person present, only to find that they were too short. Hey, where's your Emperor? He asked, pulling down the look at her confusion. When the incident Joe and Pierre were indeed missing, they swirled their hands around and tried to find them. They were right behind me. We noticed as she continued to try and find them. Wash's eyes widened as she sighed. They are still at the clock, aren't they? Wash asked. Let's hold back and cross some oars passed through there. She was interested in that clock, I remembered. That was an orphan. Is there a reason for that? Well, Alfred began, rubbing his hand over the top of his glove. Yes, but most of us are interested in me that... I get it! They heard. They shouted jubilantly from the solid window. I knew it! There is a second door! They looked up at the window in question. They made Alfred and pointed start. The sigh. Alfred made a nap back into Rainbow. I mean, you wanna found it, I have no reason to hide it anymore. But Master Moose wanted to show you this himself, but I suppose we can go down early. Go down? Down where? They asked, and they followed the master. On Alfred only small.
I got a video to share for you after the stream, which looks like it's occurring really soon.
Right now.
Okay.
They are going down to the Bat Cave. This is a little bit longer. Down the rabbit hole. And just to be safe, I'm copying this. Go.
I'll ask you in a moment the same question, but let me just give you my take on this chapter. The reason I like it is it sets up scenery and characters simultaneously. The characters are being introduced to the environment and they're interacting with the environment. I think it's not only appropriate, but a particularly great taste of the setting for Alfred to be the one giving the tour, because as he does that, he can give the backstory to it too, to each individual room, and sometimes implies other things as well, like why Bruce is not hanging out in the study. As well, we're getting introduced to more of the characters, such as the Bat family, especially the Robins, or at breakfast, and also the cow.
The cow. The cow.
There's a mixture of moods just in the scenes that you've read alone so far. And I'd say pretty good on the writer for, not being too monotonous, not having only action scenes after action scenes after action scenes until it just to get exhausting and boring. Too much of anything can eventually be a bore. This story presents variety across that's also realistic to each character. They're in character for each one that's presented. In fact, I'm even learning some characters I didn't know before, not only of their existence, but what they're like as well. So, what did you think of this chapter so far?
I'm smiling because I misunderstood you, what you said. I heard there's a mixture of moods in this story. Not moods. Like mixture, there are multiple moods. Yeah, there are multiple cows in there.
No, but there's lots of chickens.
I mean, Robins. There are multiple cows in there. We heard that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you said almost everything that I wanted to say. That's there's a mixture of moves in the story. And
So basically, you're agreeing with me. Okay.
yeah. And the other thing, the characters that I know, well, I don't, and there are a lot of characters that I don't know. And there are a lot of romance that I don't know.
There's further development in the story too. Here's something else. They're discovering secrets because of abilities that the characters have, properly utilizing them in order to further the plot. That's another thing I approve of.
I mean, Pyrrha is literally the only character in the main canon who actually had an opportunity and ability to find the big bad guy in the end. So she was literally discordant. He had to be toned down and otherwise killed.
The way this developed didn't have to happen, but if it's going to happen to anyone, she's the most appropriate character for it.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
in the movie, she died. But in this story, she was teleported here before she could have died.
Yeah.
So, in a sense, it sounds bad, I know, but Paniac are taking actually good for her.
There's likely a lot.
Maybe not, because we know that Caleb is still alive in this story as well. So that might be a problem that they have to face later on.
Likely, eventually, they will. By the time they're facing any villains from Remnantian in Earth, they would probably have to face Brainiac first. And
Yeah.
that's a serious threat right there. I mean, this guy destroyed Krypton.
Not just
probably
physical
up to the
attack,
world.
but also a lot of mental attacks as well as she appeared.
Mm-hmm. From
But
the sounds of it, though, the Remnantian villains are going to be more of a problem within the trapped Remnantian as it stands. She's already killed one guy,
yeah.
which again was in character, right?
Mhm.
I don't know why. Otherwise, I don't know why she did it. Was he in the way, or did he know some certain secrets?
Oh, the one they killed was because she fell. He tried to
Okay.
backstab her. Basically,
Okay.
this guy was an informant to her.
All right.
He was actually working with Ospin before. He was part of the whole team who knew who Salem was. But he was a
Alright.
double acting and a spy to both of them at the same time. And he tried to, okay, I'm gonna now act against you. And that's why he died.
I don't know her well, but I just don't think she's the kind of character who just does random killings.
No, it was literally because...
Yeah, whenever she does do it, I think it's going to be with a purpose. Although I can't say the same thing for all of her henchmen.
Yeah. I mean, it's more like, okay, I'm killing for the enjoyment of it.
Mm. Yeah, that could happen.
We don't know what happened to them, though. A lot of people are missing, a lot of people are dead in Hamlet. And luckily or not luckily, Maniac is not rushing. They have a lot of time to prepare. They have a lot of time to look around and get more used to the tumblers. Because at this time, they are still only first years in the academy. They were.
Except for the very first beginning chapter of this entire story, this story has followed a certain pattern, which is really logical. Normally, you don't have Brainiac in Remnantian, so that's the one break in the pattern. But other than that, when they've gone to Gotham before, they faced Scarecrow. When they've gone to Themyscira, they faced some god villains. It was like Ares. That was the problem over there. When they went to Jump City, they faced the Titans villains. So what do you think is going to happen when they're back in Gotham?
Yeah, gonna face Batman.
Well, probably that too. And
I mean,
yeah, he takes his training seriously. Of
I mean,
course.
at least they are gonna face the history of Batman. Because they are going down to
Right.
Batman right now.
Well, yeah, they're doing that now. But eventually, I think they're going to face one of the Batman villains, but probably not the same one.
I mean, it could be the same one.
But yeah, it could be.
I mean, it could be Penguin. I mean, we know Penguin had to do something with the whole bombing in the beginning with Scarecrow as well. But we it could be, you know what? Who question mark would be fun to have in the middle right now. Who is not that
Uh,
dangerous, but actually
the the Riddler.
Hitler, yes. I always forgot his name.
Uh, Edward Enigma was his actual name too. Um, so yeah, I just got the feeling that the writer doesn't like to overplay or repeat plots like doing the same villain over again, unless there's something interrupted about a single villain, and the story is not entirely resolved. Like there's introduction to Lex Luthor a little bit earlier, but we're probably gonna get more on that character later.
I mean, I believe Luthor is gonna be the recurring one. And maybe Maniac. Otherwise, the we have enough villains to play around.
Yeah, for a while, what I think is going to happen with Lex is he's in the background supporting other villains before he becomes upfront main antagonist. And speaking of which, the time I think Lex would probably do that might be around the time Brainiac shows up. That's when I think Lex might start doing overt plans.
Yeah, who is he gonna try to work with? And that's gonna be the day when Lex actually works with Batman.
That's that's a good question. Lex matching wits with Brainiac? How would that go down?
Hmm. But yeah, that is it for today. Tomorrow we are continuing the adventure in the TARDIS. No, Time of the TARDIS.
That'd be the
No,
chapter
no,
called
we are continuing the relaxing outside of the TARDIS.
that chapter's called Mental Itch.
Oh, are we having some zombies? Maybe? But yeah,
The title is a very small hint which character is going to be emphasized in that chapter.
it could be anyone. It's entirely. But that's it for today. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Going on.
I like this picture, but are you going to re-edit it for the current arc?
I have no idea.
Alright. Well, you don't have to. I mean, especially the one that's underneath the picture of Hunters of Justice. I feel like you can hold that picture for the entire story.